Dude, there's nothing I hate more than being on a phone call with someone I don't want to be on a phone call with, and then you call me. And it's like, oh, I would love to just bust a nut and hang up on this person right now and answer your call. But like, they were both kind of important. And what you should know is the call that I ignored yours on was kind of important because I can officially say that now my 2021 taxes are finally done. It was, dude, I scrambled this year, dude. And I tell you what, next year, I swear to God, I swear to God, it might affect our relationship. If I don't get the smoke weed and do taxes invite from you for 2022, I might have to kill myself because I sent this to 3 times. That's why it's done now. We had to extend it because I had to send it to him 3 times. Because the first time I was like, fuck it. It's all, they can just write off whatever. It doesn't matter if it's food or hardware or software or office supplies. Like they should just write it off. Who gives a shit? But apparently that's not the case. And so then I was like, well, shit, here's 5 categories and I'll just divide everything by 5 and put it in there. And he's like, well, you spent 30 grand on hardware. Like I need receipts for all that because like that's a red flag. And I'm like, fuck, which I didn't because I was just at the time I was scrambling and just kind of, I didn't make shit up, but like I put shit where it didn't need to be. And he was like, well, okay. He was like, can you look at this again and then re-go back? So I just spent the last 3 hours going through every bank statement, every line item, every time I swipe the card and every subscription that we have. And you'll be proud to know that last year I spent over $15,000 on software like Adobe, G Suite, domains, GoDaddy, Flywheel, servers. Insane.
That is
insane.
That is also like I've been debating actually for next year hiring brother-in-law to just do my taxes.
Well, see,
because I don't want to handle them anymore.
Right.
And especially now that I have like Harbor Plan, I have like some weird things there that I don't understand all of the tax implications.
Right.
Then I pay for my own health care now for the first time. And because like I think you know this, but healthcare is a write-off.
Fuck, I didn't include that. I'm emailing him back right now. Hold on.
I'm glad I brought this up.
One more thing. What's my fucking healthcare bill? Like $375 a month? Yeah, guess what? Okay, well, for all salaried employees, the company now pays 100%. I can just make that up, right?
I mean, technically, aren't you the only full-time, technically? So that would be true that you pay 100% of your own healthcare. I think that would be true.
The whole, I'm pretty sure all I need to do is post a picture of everyone's kid on our Instagram page and we can get like 12 grand for each of them.
I don't think it works that way, but
yes, it fucking does.
Definitely ask Ben that.
No, yes, it does. I'm 90. You can, if it's the new child labor law. And if you put your kid to work for your business, you may pay them $12,000 tax free.
Dude, this is our baby consultant. If he gets the ick from someone, we don't work with them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I think I'm pretty sure I just need to talk to him about that. But I'm 99% sure.
There's definitely got to be an LA company that has a real baby consultant. And if the baby feels weird around people, they don't work with them. That feels like a thing, doesn't it?
Ooh, yeah, it's a good idea.
If the baby just cries around the person, that person is like, oh, can't work with you. Sorry. Our baby consultant doesn't like you.
You know what's funny? Speaking of ridiculous shit, I'm surprised we didn't bring it up in our phone call yesterday, but did you see in this week's episode of The House of Dragon, the fucking pug?
No, I didn't catch this.
You didn't see the pug?
No.
Oh my God. How am I the only one? I brought this up to Carlos yesterday and he didn't fucking see it either. When Rhaenyra...
out of place pug is what it says online. I Googled it.
Yes. Yeah. It's
it's
like
a woman just holding a pug.
Yeah, it's like she's like a royal princess or something. She's like, and she's just holding a pug, and I'm like, hey man, I'm pretty sure pugs have been like inbred for years and like shouldn't be alive in 20 BC. Like pugs, did they exist back then? Like when was the first pug born?
Yeah, I do kind of think that it may have been a subtle nod to incest in the family.
Oh, you think? Yeah, right.
The pugs are like clearly built out of that.
Right.
But also, I did not catch this. I did not clock the pug while watching.
Finally, a
It's
House
very
of Dragon
funny.
character I can get behind 100%. The
Yeah.
pug eating a muffin. Oh, and he ate a muffin off the plate too, which is like,
I'm really kind of bummed I missed that entirely.
dude, go back and watch it.
I want to go back and watch the pug.
It's on my, and as soon as I saw it, I thought they were going to cut to someone else holding like a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. You know,
yeah. Didn't they do that in the first one?
Yeah.
That happened at the end of season 8 somewhere. I forget
Yeah,
where
it was
that
like-
happened. I remember
yeah.
that like I saw it after it was fixed in HBO Max, but I know that it existed.
Yeah, no, that's it's you can't see it anymore unless it's like the screenshots or whatever.
There's this dude, Frank Pagliaro, probably the most mentally ill person I've ever personally done business with. Because like this dude was like probably in his 50s then, maybe his 60s.
Yeah.
Like he passed away like probably 5 or 6 years ago now.
Right.
So he had done band managing back in the late 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I met him probably around 2006, 2007 when I was like getting into playing with bands of guys who were older than me and in college already.
Right.
And my buddy Joe and I met with Frank one time because he wanted to talk to us about like helping us push our music. And he had some real chops. Like he'd worked with some serious acts who had like made it like mid-level success. His biggest was the band The Wallflowers, which featured actually Bob Dylan's son Jacob as one of the musicians. And like he had managed the Wallflowers at like several points in their career.
Right.
So he wasn't a bullshitter, but he also was like one of those guys who like you could tell that like he embellished his stories and like made them like if it was already a crazy story,
Oh yeah.
he made it 10 times crazier.
Yeah. What the fuck do you think a podcast is? Of course.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Frank would have been a great guest. But one of the most horrific moments of my entire developmental life is I was about 16 or 17, and this dude wanted to go talk about how we were going to start to like get more shows.
Yeah.
And Joe and I were like, fuck it. We'll talk to this dude about more shows. We're young. We have no idea what we're doing. Like,
Right.
I'd love to play more shows. So we go get lunch, like late lunch dinner at this place called the Eagle Diner in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Joe and I show up. We have no idea what to expect. We had to listen to this man for 3.5 hours.
Yep.
All of his suggestions were awful.
Yep.
They were all based on like what you could do in the 90s, well before you could stream music. Mind you, we were still in the MySpace music era at the time, but still, he didn't understand that at all.
Right.
He thought we all needed to wear matching outfits,
Yes.
play back-to-back guitar solos.
Yes.
But then it's when he got into story time about being on tour. And one of the most gross things anyone's ever said to me was him describing the time he got chlamydia. And dude, I'm gonna ruin. Are you eating? Please tell
No,
me you're not eating.
I'm good.
This guy, this old man at the time,
Oh god.
sitting with 2 teenagers trying to tell them about how they're gonna get more shows. He goes,
Yep.
yeah, and when you wake up and you look in your boxer shorts and it looks like a Crayola crayon has melted, you know you've got something wrong down there. And, dude, I think about this because it was so horrific. Like, I was eating, too. I was in the middle of eating, like a cheesesteak or something. And this dude just says this absolutely insane thing to me. And I think about it all the time. Because it was so insane.
How do you and I have such similar lives? Let me tell you. I've never told anyone this.
Talk to weird people.
I've never told anyone this except for the people that were involved, obviously. So same thing kind of happened to me, dude. When I was, what year was this? I was probably older than you were in your story. I think I was I was probably in college, so 20, 21, 22 maybe. And so probably maybe even 19. I'll get an exact year for you and tell you later, but it's somewhere in there. Still young and dumb. I was doing magic, right? And so this guy, I don't know how he found me. I think one of my friends, because of course, all of my friends who were decently attractive and somewhat had some tits at 19 years old were all models of some sort, right? They were either a MySpace model, an actual model,
MySpace model is such a funny thing to think about.
Like
yes, continue.
Yeah, so they were all models. This one girl who I'm still kind of acquaintance with, I could probably reach out and get a response if I wanted to. She was working, I guess, at this restaurant. And this restaurant had this upstairs, like kind of like speakeasy, maybe where you would go see like a stand-up, like a comedian with like 30 seats in the audience, like a small, like a belly room, like a small little spot. And so his idea was, and this guy was like straight, like Italian, mobster, like say he had family money, the gold chains, the cigar, the rings, the watch, the fucking like straight out of The Sopranos, dude. And he ran this upstairs. And like, you had to be in with him to get in the upstairs. Like he treated this shit like it was a Chicago nightclub, bro. Like back in the 60s and 50s. Oh yeah. And so my friend, who, attractive young woman, not so much anymore. She gained a little weight and cut all of her hair off, but that's fine. I like girls with no.
You can't say out loud.
I like a girl with no hair. Megs is probably going to shave her head here in a couple months, so it's fine. And so she's like, dude, you need to talk to Gino. And his name was Gino, dude, right? So it's perfect. And so she's like, you need to talk to Gino. I told him all about your magic. He thinks you're great. He's gonna talk to you. We're gonna blow it up. We're gonna do this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, holy fucking shit. So I'm like, this could be like my first agent. This could be my big break. This could be what I need.
You're Frank, man.
Right.
You're Frank.
This is what I need to get my magic career off the ground. And so we met him at Aruga's, which is basically Buffalo Wild Wings. You know what I mean? And so we went to Aruga's and we all got wings and drinks. It was me and Justin at the time. And we're sitting down and we're meeting with Gino, and he's got a whole plan. He's got funding for a movie he's going to put us in. He's got a magic show for me. He's going to take me on tour. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. He's going to do this. And Paul, I'm like 21 years old drinking a beer with this guy for like the first time in my life. And all I'm seeing is dollar signs in Hollywood, baby. I'm thinking this is it. I'm thinking this guy's got the money, the capital, the investments, the people in place to make some shit happen. Right. And so he's like, look, he's like, guys, I like you guys. You're too smart, too young, too good looking guys. We're going to make a lot of money together. Okay. It's kind of sounds like Donald Trump, but he didn't sound like Donald Trump.
You also just straight up Donald Trump that, like really aggressively became Donald Trump.
And so,
you won't believe it, we're going to make some money.
Right. No one does magic better than I do. Okay. And so now listen, we should have known it was a red flag when the meeting was over and he left and I paid the entire bill. Something right then and there just said, hey, wait a minute. But I thought, look, maybe this is it. This is my entry fee into the industry. I'll pay $80 for some wings, you know what I mean? Whatever. And so I did. And so I'll never forget, dude. Like 2 days later, he messaged me and he was like, yo, I want to take you out. I want to see what you can do. And on like a Wednesday night, he took me to every dive bar and every nightclub in York County. We went to like 5 or 6 spots. We went to Waterway. We went to fucking Holy Hound. We went to White Rose. We went here. We went there. We went here. We spent like 20 minutes at each spot. Every spot we went to, he knew somebody. As soon as we walked in, Gino, what's up, my man? What's up, Gino? And and then as soon as he was like, yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? Let me introduce you. This is my man, Levi. He does magic. And then I would stand there and I would do card tricks for them for 10, 15 minutes. He'd sip and order a drink, and then we get the fuck out and we go to the next spot. And I did the same shit, and he was pimping me out doing magic all over the town. And as soon as I impressed him that night, he was like, all right, I got a show coming up. There's going to be 5 comedians before you, and then you're the headliner. Can you do 45 minutes? I said, bet. Here we go. So I got my first fucking gig, right? He's like, I'll pay you. It was like $300. It was nothing at all. Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, this is my big break. I'm going to do this show, and then we're going to Hollywood. And I was so nervous, and I did about 25 to 30 minutes of stuff. And I walked off, and he pretty much yelled at me in the green room. He was like, what the fuck was that? He was like, what did we talk about? He was like, I asked you, I said, can you do 45 minutes? And you said, yes, I can do 45 minutes. And here you are back here, what, 30 minutes? I barely get 30 minutes. And like, now I got to push the show. Now the whole show screwed up 10 minutes because you couldn't do one more fucking thing. And what was that one trick? That was the stupidest shit. And he yelled at me, and I never saw him again after that night. And I felt like the biggest fucking failure. And then when I realized everything that happened, I was like, oh, he's just a fucking Ponzi, dude. Like, insanity.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, like, dude, there's
no reason for me to be there. No reason at all for me to like even be interacting with this man in any point in my life.
Nope, but you were pimped out around New York City. You had to do tricks you had to literally turn tricks.
I turned tricks. You turned tricks
for Gino.
I sure did. I turned tricks for Gino, and I kind of feel bad about it, and I don't like it, and it makes me feel pretty gross.
Frank and Gino seemed like they could have been cut from the same cloth.
They could have hung out.
They knew everybody, but they also knew nobody at the same time.
They were probably the same person. Frank is the name he probably used in Lancaster, and Gino's the name he used in York. And he took you to a diner.
Well, Frank's from Philly. Frank is a Philly boy.
Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah, Frank was out in Bucks County, Pennsylvania after his Philly days, which is why you got to know he has some money. Because, like, you don't just, like, move to the suburbs of Philly without, like, having some money.
Yeah, for real.
But that is why we were like, oh, he must be legit.
Dude, okay. We were wrong. Let me ask you this. Speaking of Philly, right, Megs and I have this weekend together this weekend. Ollie is going away again. And so we pre-purchased tickets to the Philadelphia Harry Potter Museum exhibit in Philly. And so we do have that tentatively on the schedule, but that same day in Washington, D.C., Chris D'Elia is doing a stand-up show, and we've never seen him live before. And so she asked me this morning what I wanted to do. So what would you choose? Stand-up comedy?
I would do the
Harry Potter.
I would do the Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I would do the Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. I've heard it's pretty great. Actually, I think Brent went there with his kids.
Nice. Okay.
I'm fairly confident that he enjoyed it greatly. So I would go with that one. That would be my choice. Because also it's like,
yeah.
That's at the Franklin Institute?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it just the Harry Potter exhibit, or you get the whole place to tour?
I'm not sure. I just know we have tickets to a Harry Potter exhibit. That's all I know.
It's at the Franklin Institute. The Franklin Institute's cool in general. I used to, growing up near Philly, that was like a place that whenever we got to go there for a field trip, or like my grandparents would take my brother and cousins, like we go to like different exhibits there.
Yeah,
it's just a cool place. It's like a cool thing.
Right.
They had a couple years ago too, so they have Harry Potter now. They had the Marvel exhibit for a while, where you could see all the real Iron Man suits and the Captain America shield, and you could touch and feel things. And then the other one that they had a couple years ago that I didn't get to, which was they had like the Lego exhibit. That was like this insane display of Legos.
Oh, that's like the one you should have went to.
I know. It was a big bummer. But no, I would definitely do Harry Potter. That's my take. And also, you can probably there's more to do in Philly than DC.
Well,
Really
and
cool.
so right, and so we kind of, and I thought about that too, and like we have a tentative plan because last time we were going to Philly, they were closed, so we're gonna get up early and then we're gonna go straight to John's Roast Pork to get a pork sandwich and a cheesesteak because apparently it is the best.
That
And they have like super, super strict hours. So we're going to go early. And then we're going to go to the Harry Potter thing and probably, explore, do whatever, walk around. And then I think we're going to go to the Cheesecake Factory for dinner. And then because they're open till 11 on Saturdays, we're going to hit Delisandro's for another banging cheesesteak on the way home.
I love this choice. When are you doing this? Friday, Saturday, or what day?
Yeah, Saturday, the 10th.
Dude, that'll be fun. That'll be very fun.
Yeah, so I think that's
if you when you're in Philly, if you feel like doing any driving and then walking.
Yeah, tell me what's up. What should we do?
Well, the neighborhood I always like to go into because they have good bars, they got good food. It's just it kind of has like it's Philly's closest approximation to like a Brooklyn neighborhood.
Okay.
Fishtown.
Okay.
It's like probably a 10-minute drive from the Franklin Institute.
Okay.
I had to guess 10, 15 minutes at most.
Nice.
And you can just like park. There's like all sorts of parking that like I paid like $15 for parking for like a whole concert night one time, which is not bad at all.
Right.
And there's like all sorts of cool little shops and cool little bars. One Brittany I like to go to a lot is Front Street Cafe because they have brunch all the way through dinner and they have a whole full service bar.
Cool.
And it's just like a cool area in general. Like that, it's where the Fillmore is. A lot of the breweries are closer to that area.
Okay.
It's just a good general vibe. And it's right on the river too.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna text you on Saturday and have you remind me all of that.
But no, like I mean, there's like some cool neighborhoods. Like there's like Northern Liberties. There's Spring Garden area. Like there's some cool restaurants there. There's a really cool restaurant we went to. It's like kind of like a diner. What the hell is it called? Diner, Spring Garden.
Are you a cheesesteak guy?
Silk City Diner is the one I was thinking of.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm a huge cheesesteak guy. The cheesesteak place I like actually is the one that burned down.
Oh my gosh, Megan just told Megan just told me about that. She went and got her second tattoo covered up yesterday, and she was telling her tattoo artist Shelby about it, and they said that they I can't imagine there's more than one, but she said they walked 20 minutes out of their way to go to this cheesesteak place. And as soon as they got there, there was like tape and sirens and everything. It had just burnt down. They were there the day it burnt down. They said, "Hey, if you were here they said if you were here an hour ago, we could have made you a cheesesteak." Like her tattoo artist was like there when it happened.
Yeah, what's another place I like. It was called
Jim's.
So there was another place I like that I haven't been there in quite some time. But there's a place in Old Town that I used to go with my family as a kid called like Benny's, and it was like a neon sign of Ben Franklin.
Benny's, okay.
And I don't know if that place is even still there. I remember like as like a 12-year-old, the cheesesteak was like staying there.
Right.
It's like one of those like early memories of like, whoa, what? I don't even know if it's still around.
Yeah.
Of the big two, Pat's and Geno's, I prefer Pat's.
Oh, see, I was told to go to neither and to never try them.
Well, yeah, the correct answer is neither.
Okay.
Like it's just you don't do it.
Yeah.
But if you decide you want to do the full tourist experience, Pat's is better.
Okay. And so when we went the last time and I knew we only had one place to stop or like time to stop at one place, I did my research and I watched like 12 videos of the best cheesesteak in Philly. And John's Roast Pork was like the number one that everyone came up with. So
I think I've had that. I have tried many. Like I also, basically, if there's a cheesesteak on a menu,
right,
and there's a picture of it, and it doesn't look like the kind from Lancaster where there's sauce on it.
Dude, what is with the sauce, bro? I don't get the marinara sauce.
It's a crime.
Yes, with whiz, bro, with whiz. Dude, do you want to know what else is a fucking crime? Arby's. Arby's cheesesteak sandwiches are back. And of course, I had to give them one more chance after the atrocious Wagyu Kobe beef cheeseburger. That was utterly disgusting. And I tried it. And you know what? It was okay for Arby's. But guess what they also have on the menu? They have mozzarella sticks that comes with marinara sauce, and they have crinkle cut fries that comes with cheese sauce as a dip. And they don't put either of those on the cheesesteak. It's just American cheese. Like, why wouldn't you put Cheese Whiz on a fucking cheesesteak in Pennsylvania?
Yeah. Also, if we're talking American cheesesteaks, the best one that I found on a chain.
Go.
Weird one. Jersey Mike's.
Oh yes.
Jersey Mike's cheesesteak is very good.
When Megs gets a Jimmy John's, because I'm not too partial unless they have their new chicken thigh wraps, which they just got rid of again. I'll get a Jersey Mike's cheesesteak. It's not bad. I like their Chipotle chicken ones too.
Oh, dude, I just actually had that for the first time last week, and it was a big fan. Yeah, big fan. But no,
next time,
I'm like starving now.
Next time, get Jersey Mike's cheesesteak in a wrap. Get it in a wrap instead of a hoagie. It's solid. It's a solid wrap. Yep.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. I don't like cheesesteak that strings out of my mouth. If it doesn't bite through, or if it's not chopped enough to bite through, you know what I mean? Like if my cheesesteak is too stringy,
chop it really fine.
Yes.
Very fine.
Yes.
And then there's two things with cheese. First off, I always order with extra cheese.
Of course.
No matter what.
Of course. Yeah.
The cheese needs to be underneath the bun, so like under the meat, and then it needs to be through the meat. Mm-hmm. If it's through the meat, you know that you found a place that's doing things right.
So
if it's through the meat, you're in a good spot.
That's how it was with D'Alessandro's. D'Alessandro's mixes all their shit in. Yep.
So the cheese is just melted through every bite.
Yep.
And it's not. That's.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a place in Lancaster actually called The Grill. Real inconspicuous name. Just The Grill. And it's attached to a beer distributor actually. Like you can go get cases of beer next door.
Yeah.
And The Grill lets you order your cheesesteak by neighborhood of Philly. So the Passyunk, the Manioc.
Nice.
And they change what's on it based on the neighborhood. So if you order the Manioc, it's it's provolone cheese with a little bit of peppers mixed in.
Right.
And it's all melted through. It's actually pretty good. Not mad at theirs.
Do you guys have a stakeout out in Lancaster? Is there still a stakeout out there?
We got one last year. I haven't had it yet because it's also never open.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
I've heard that it's good. It's on DoorDash. I haven't done it yet just because every time I've wanted it, it's not been what the mood was.
Yeah, we there's one in York, and I guess when Megs was talking to her tattoo lady last night, she said it's the best in the area compared to Philly. So I haven't.
That's what everyone said about it because the one we have is an offshoot of the York one.
Yeah. I know this. I know the owner, the same guy owns it. He started with a food truck and then he moved around in York.
Can you ask him why it's not open ever in Lancaster? Because I would like to try it.
Sure. I will. Yeah, why not?
Hey man, why is this never open on King Street in Lancaster? Because I literally 2-3 weeks ago I was trying to go there actually with Matt, who you just talked to.
Yeah.
Matt, the two guys I used to work with at Nextbook, the three of us back in 2018 went around town and tried every place that claimed to have the best cheesesteak in Lancaster for about 6 months.
Yeah.
And we recorded each episode of this.
What?
We never did anything with it.
Oh my God.
We went and recorded all of our cheesesteaks. We had reviews of each one, some that were good because they were unique, but it wasn't technically a cheesesteak.
Okay. So
we went to all of them.
Not only did you have a podcast about your baseball stuff, you had a fucking travel food vlog. And
about the best cheesesteak in Lancaster County,
dude, God damn it. And now you're just all burnt out from being a content creator and you won't do anything with me. Yeah, I know. It's bullshit because now I'm trying to be a content creator and you won't do shit with me. But here I find out you've got a best of cheesesteak video that I need to see, bro. What the fuck?
Yes, I probably have all of the edits on my hard drive.
Damn, that's cool.
we have added to the thing is every time a new spot opens at Officer Cheesesteak, the three of us will get together and go.
That's dope.
Even since we don't work together, we do it.
That's so cool. I wish I had cheesesteak friends.
We have been wanting to do stakeout. We tried earlier in the summer. They were closed at 12:30 on a Friday afternoon.
Okay. Do you think?
What are we doing?
Exactly? Well, yeah. Oh, I know. But do you think if I could get the cheesesteak gang VIP access to the stakeout in Lancaster, it would be enough to get me initiated into the gang for future endeavors?
Yeah, okay. Matt Witt would also probably blow you.
Right, I forgot. I'm already halfway in. Okay.
Yeah, no, he'd be excited. Matt would just be excited to hang out with you because Matt is. If you look up Matt Wachowski's LinkedIn profile, I gave him his tagline for with people look him up, which is Universal Hype Guy.
Okay.
If you ever want somebody to talk about how great you are at something, just talk to him and you'll feel better. You'll feel better about 5 minutes into the conversation. You'll feel better. If you go too long in the conversation, you will feel worse because he's just so positive that it's almost like, what's up, dude?
Right.
But he's a universal hype guy. And he would be over the fucking moon if you were like, yo, I want to eat cheesesteaks with you. It's his love language. You would fill his cup. It would be running over. And that's just really good dude too. So you'd be like,
so
he's much more low key than Matt Witt. Dude from Texas, grew up in Texas, did a lot of adulting in Colorado before he moved to Lancaster.
Okay.
So.
You know what? I'm gonna do something totally awesome right now. Here. Hi, yeah. I just have a quick question. Do you guys, is your Lancaster location still open?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, and do you guys have set hours over there? We tried calling and no one picked up.
I know the hour. I'm not sure what time they open over there, but I know they're open later at night than they are here.
Okay. Okay.
They're only open on Friday and Saturday? All right.
So late Friday and Saturday?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.
How does no one know what the fuck's going on in anywhere, in any aspect of anything? Why?
Dude, wait. That is, I periodically, my whole adult life, when you realize that literally no one understands anything.
No.
It's kind of freeing because when you're a kid, you sort of assume adults know what's happening.
Nope.
I'll just trust them.
Yes.
Nobody.
Yes.
No one.
Yes.
Has any idea what's going on.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
It's incredible.
It's perfect because it's no one told us. I just posted on Facebook because I ripped it off of Twitter. Just another day of not using y equals xm7b or whatever formula they taught us.
I saw that. I'm gonna go get stoned and play video games.
Okay, sounds good.
Ever since we last talked about PS5, I was like, man, I could really go for the cycle.
I know. Yeah, I know. I just watched a video on why you should buy a PS3 right now.
Ooh, interesting. What was the logic there?
Just the extensive library, GTA 5 is on the PS3. It's a Blu-ray player and it outputs HD graphics and backwards compatibility with PS2, and just, I mean, you can easily jailbreak them to do whatever you want.
Yeah, I miss my PS3. Those are my favorite systems.
Right.
I actually had two of them.
What?
One, the motherboard melted through one day, which is a real bummer.
Damn.
But then my second one was actually super fucking cool. My friend, who actually sadly passed away recently, he just gave me his.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, you can have mine. I'm gonna play it.
What?
And I was like, what?
Wild.
So I would actually totally rebuy a PS3 in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I feel like it works better than my PS4.
I follow the local trade-in like retro game store in my area that's like 5 minutes from my house, and so every time they get something in, I get a Facebook notification just to keep tabs, just in case anything sparks the interest or any new colored Nintendo 64 consoles come into stock.
Oh hell yeah! There's a few places in Lancaster called Just Press Play.
Yeah.
They're actually really great as far as retro. That's where they paid me like top dollar for when I traded in all my Game Boys and stuff.
Right.
Like, it was like a really good, like, I think they paid me like $75 for like a Game Boy Color.
Damn.
I was like, whoa. And they're like, well, we're gonna like probably be able to resell it. And like, I was like, is this really what people are paying for these? They're like, yeah. I was like, cool. I had them actually give me store credit, and I bought like a ton of Switch stuff.
Oh yeah.
For like all my stuff I sold. I was like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this.
Fuck yeah.
So I think I'm going to play, actually, as we talked about, I think I'm going to get my Switch out. I think I'm going to play Ocarina of Time on the Switch and 64 and
I've never played
I think that's what I'm going to do tonight.
I've never played a Zelda
I think that
game.
might be... Dude. Okay, well, they're great, as I'm sure you've heard from many people.
Mm-hmm.
But Ocarina of Time, and then the one for Switch, Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Probably in like my top 3 video games I've ever played.
Right.
Breath of the Wild's ridiculous because it's like you can play the story, you can fight bad guys and you can do stuff, or you can just go and collect berries and walk around the wild and find berries and hunt. And you can actually literally make a house for Link where you can drop your swords and shields you don't want to carry around with you in your house and come back and sleep there from time to time to regain your health. It's like such a like endless game. I have like, I think around 160 some hours in that one.
Is it like Red Dead Redemption for like people like me, for like non-video game players, where you can just do whatever you want?
Yeah, it's kind of like Red Dead. It's open world. There is a story. There are quests. There's tons of side quests. You can actually ride a horse if you train a horse. You get to name them and keep them, and you can put them at stables.
I mean, I don't mean to brag, but some of us were up early this morning watching the Nintendo Live event, and you can do all that in Pokemon, Lowe's, and Home Depot. So they just announced it. It's blue and Pokemon. It's like
Violet and what is it called? Violet,
Scarlet.
I'm
something. I don't know.
Definitely gonna buy that.
It's like maroon and purple.
I have to get back into it because I played it a bunch back around my birthday because my friend Lexi got it for me. I got like the Pokemon Arceus Legends one.
Wait,
the newest one.
Are you gonna get the new Pokemon game?
Probably.
Can we play it together?
For sure. Is it 2-player?
I don't know. Probably. I mean,
the last one, that was a bummer about Arceus. It's just 1 player.
Hold on. What's the fucking name? Pokemon. All I gotta do is Google Pokemon. If we can if we can do shit together, then I'm gonna get it and play it with you. Because
that makes Pokemon a lot more fun.
Right. Where the fuck is it? Pokemon. Nintendo. Here we go. I don't want to see the trailer. Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet multiplayer. Pokemon Scarlet multiplayer and Pokemon Violet multiplayer will have co-op functionality completely, which is first for the series. This will allow for up to
oh hell yeah!
This will allow up to 4 of you to group up and explore the world of Paldea together. To play in co-op, you first have to head to Union Circle. Dude.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this a Fix on Hammer requirement since you can play with 4 people, up to 4 people. Yeah. Scott is going to have to buy himself a Switch since he bought Jude and Drew both a Switch. Scott is going to have to buy Pokemon, whatever.
Scott's not invited.
Lance is invited.
Yeah, Lance is invited, and if Lance doesn't have a Switch, I'll cover the cost of Lance's Switch.
We can buy him a Switch Lite.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, here's a Switch Lite. You are now at our Pokemon gathering party. So join us in Union Square so we can kick off our adventure together.
Okay.
I would fucking, that would be a fucking blast.
I am so excited.
When does that game come out?
You have no idea how excited I am. I've been wanting to buy a new Pokemon game, but like when like the Arceus one came out, I was like meh. And then like when they went back,
it's pretty good. I won't lie, the Arceus.
When they went, what was the other one? What was the newer one?
They did the one that was like kind of like Pokemon Yellow, but for Switch. I forget what it was.
Oh no, that's the last one I bought. Yeah, that's the last one I bought. Let's Go Pikachu, and I played it for like 10 minutes.
I heard that one kind of wasn't like, it wasn't new enough because it was kind of a repackage of Game Boy just to Switch graphics. I never got that one because I remember
it wasn't
reading
like,
that review.
Yeah, the mechanics were weird. Like all of your Pokemon leveled up whenever you did something. Like it wasn't like the mechanics weren't the same.
Well, also just so you know, if you do come to the cheesesteak thing, which nobody answered me on that yet,
bastards.
But if you do come and you meet Matt Wachowski, the dude will fucking play Pokemon. He has been playing Pokemon Go. He's bought every Switch game, every Game Boy game. He has every Pikachu, every fucking Squirtle, every fucking Funko Pokemon. He is a Pokemon like through and through. Motherfucker. Actually, you guys would get along really well. He also is like a huge Disney fan to the point of like, he bought me, I have it in my car because I don't really want it in my house. It's kind of creepy. But he bought me like a 11-inch tall Winter Soldier plush the last time he was at Disney. And he's like, you like Bucky? I got you this Bucky. And I was like,
oh
why?
My God.
Why did you get me this?
That's hilarious.
So he's like just like a goofy dude.
That's
he's
hilarious.
Like, also, I just sent you a job posting, by the way, that I feel like you should look at.
So, yeah. So, hold on real quick. So, and then I was also going to get Diamond and Pearl. But Diamond and Pearl is where I stopped as a child. Like, I only went to like third gen.
Is that a 3DS?
Well, yeah, originally.
I never had a 3DS. That was before I didn't have that one.
Right. So, okay, yeah, anyways, so we're definitely going to get this. I'm going to pre-order it. I think it's pre-order right now, and it arrives Friday, November 18th, dude. Ew, it's like a month away.